Hi guys, I am here with you today to talk about the new Laura Mercier Sleek and Chic Eye Color Palette. No, this has been out for a little bit. I'm trying to play catch up on some of the things I bought during the VIB sale that I have not used yet. So I wanted to review it with you, give you my 2 cents, and do an eye look. So I have my foundation on and my brows on, but I don't have my cheeks on yet or lip color and stuff because I'm going to show you another thing that I got during that VIB sale that I want to play with as well. So I'm in front of my Christmas tree today, and I hope the lighting's okay because technically usually I face this way if I'm in here so that I get the lighting from outside, but that didn't work today. And if you see a lot of cars and stuff, let me know if this area bothers you. I like it for Christmas, but as you can see, I do have neighbors and stuff, so if that bothers you, let me know down below and I won't film this way anymore. We will go back to the room or the other side. So just let me know your thoughts. So I have the first artist palette. I took a while to pick that one up as well. I'm not really sure why because I love it. You know when you can see a hair and you're like, I see it, but I can't find it? I'm dealing with that right now. The struggle is real. Okay, so it looks like this. It's a little different. It's kind of like this nice, like, goldeny leopard skin striped kind of, or spotted kind of thing. It's really pretty. It's nice and sleek and chic. I like it a lot. It's thin in profile, not too bulky. And then I love the magnetic closures on these. They actually are really nice and really good at staying sealed. I never had a problem. There's a very user-friendly mirror in here if you'd like to use the mirror. And then it has a protective sheet, and I kind of like these with the protective sheets because most of mine, I keep the protective sheet in there, but they're just kind of slid in there and so they slide around. This actually like has like a little bit of an indent, so it kind of fits nicely in there. I don't know, it's just something weird that probably only I like. We'll be comparing both of the palettes side by side so you can see the difference, but this is what this one looks like. I hope you can see well with the colors. So let's go through and swatch them, and then I will do an eye look and let you know my final thoughts. Okay, I'm gonna go in sections of 3. I'm gonna start right here with the first one, 3, 3, 3, 3. So I tend to kind of start off this way, but seriously, these are like butter. They feel so soft and smooth. It's amazing. They feel incredible. So on my finger, this is Stellar, Ginger, and Bamboo. Beautiful, beautiful colors. There they are swatched. This is such a beautiful taupe shade, this Bamboo. So another thing, if you can hear the wind, I'm sorry, it's like a crazy windy day here. So on to the next 3, which is gonna be these 3. Again, like butter, like so soft and smooth. Here is Cedar, Bronze Glow, and Espresso Bean. Such beautiful pigmented shades. So beautiful. Okay, on to the second row, first 3. Here is Morning Dew, Cashmere, and African Violet. There they are swatched on my hand. I love African Violet so much. Okay, on to the last 3. Here is Cherry Wood, Plum Fique, Noir. There they are swatched. For now, like a kind of side-by-side comparison, here they are next to each other. This is the first artist palette. This is the new Sleek and Chic palette. So there you can see this one is just a little bit more on the cool tone side. And this is a little more on the warm tone side. There are a few repeats in here. So one of the repeats in here is Bamboo, which is that first third taupey shade that I was talking about. And then Espresso Bean, which is that really dark chocolatey brown right here, and African Violet is also a repeat. So African Violet, I actually have in a single. I love it so much. I want to talk about this shade in particular just for a second. So, focus camera. So this shade is very unique to me. It is very much a golden purple, but it has this beautiful shift to it. I don't know if you can tell on camera as much, but it has like a orangey gold shift and then a beautiful purple to it as well. It's just so beautiful. I love this color so much. So even though there are 3 duplicates in here, I still think that this is worth it. There are a few shades that are similar, but there's definitely just at least those 3 that are duplicates, but there's a few that are a little similar. But I think that if you have this one, I don't think there's a reason to not get this one, because I think their tones are very different. Okay, so let's go ahead and do an eye look using this bad boy. First, I'm going to start with a fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to go into Ginger. Ginger is just kind of a little bit more of a peachy toned, great transition kind of color, just a little more peachy. And these are so buttery and soft and smooth that a little does go a long way. Take care of my brow bone right now, and I'm gonna go into Morning Dew, which is just this nice matte creamy white shade right here. I'm gonna take kind of more of a crease brush kind of thing. It's like a little fluffy but more in the crease. I'm gonna go into Cherry Wood, and this is one of the purple shades in here right here. A little bit more of like more of a brown burgundy kind of purple than plum. And I'm going to take that right into the crease. I'm going to go back in with a fluffy blending brush and blend the edge of that. Okay, and to pack some color on the lid, I'm just going to take a slightly thicker, like flat shader brush, and I'm going to go into African Violet, and I'm going to put that on the lid. I love this color so much. I'm just going to start this in the corner and work it towards almost the outer corner. Then I'm going to go into Plummifique, the more plummy color in here, and put that into my outer V. Okay, I'm going to go back in with that fluffy blending brush and blend that all out. If I could kind of pointed crease brush, I'm going to go into Noir, which is that black right here, and I'm going to take that just a little bit into the outer V, just to deepen it up just a tiny bit in the corner. Okay, and again, go back through and blend that out in the crease again. Take a little bit more of that African Violet with my finger and kind of press it on that center portion of my eyelid just to give it a little bit more intenseness. I just love that color. It's just so beautiful. So that is the eye look. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eyes, and I will be right back to tell you my final thoughts. To the top of my lashes, I added my Best O from ColourPop. It's kind of like a very dark plum color. And then on the lower lash line, I added my Piggy Bank, which I love this color, just down here, to my waterline. And then I put just a little bit of African Violet underneath that, and then did my mascara, and that is it. My final thoughts on this palette are, if you already have the first one, I don't see why you wouldn't get the second one unless you don't. So if you have the first artist palette, I would still get the Sleek and Chic palette unless you don't prefer warmer tones, because it is definitely warmer in my opinion. Some of the shades in here, I have noticed that you do have to build up the pigmentation just a little bit, but I don't think it's anything bad or anything to deter you at all from getting this palette. So I like this palette. I'm really happy to have this palette, and that African Violet shade, you guys, if you don't have either one of them, get one of them just to have that shade, because it is such a beautiful, unique shade in my opinion. Okay, let's move on to the second star of this show, and we're going to talk about the NARS Steven Klein palette. I showed this in my haul, and I just love this palette. I think it's such a great bang for your buck. You get your highlighter, your contour, your bronzer, and 4 blushes. So really nice. These two are the Paloma highlight and contour blush sculpting duo. You could have gotten it in a separate palette. I believe I got the Olympia one. And then the Laguna bronzer, which is like their #1 staple bronzer. Everybody knows that. And then Dulce Vita, Luster, Blasphemy, and Robotic. And they're all just gorgeous. And this is just such a great value. I didn't really need the one that had the little Ida brush in it. I just don't have the need for that one. But I'm so excited to have this one. So let's put it to the test. So I'm not going to do a bunch of highlighting and contouring and everything today. I'm just going to do a little bit of warming up my face and some blush. So I'm going to go into this shade right here. And it's just a little bit cooler than the Laguna. And I'm just going to kind of just gently put that into where the cheeks would be bronzed. And just kind of, like I said, just kind of warm up the face rather than contour the face. And there's definitely a very good size mirror on here that you can use. And I'm just going to put a little under my chin area, warm up that jawline. I'm going to go into Dulce Vita, which is this nice like wine kind of, no, not wine, like a rosy tone, but just a little bit deeper of a rosy tone. I'm going to just put that on the cheeks. So pretty. So unless you like your cheeks being on fleek, as they say, you might want to go a little light-handed with that. I think I went a little too heavy-handed and I might have to blend that out. So anyways, just such a lovely, lovely palette. I love it so much. Such a great value to get it in the set if you can still get it. On my lips, I am putting my Bite Beauty in Rhubarb. This was one of the ones from last year's holiday set, but I do believe that this is a permanent. So that is my look, everyone. I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you loved looking at all these goodies with me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.